Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 14th of February. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And Gary, have you got something that you wanted to say to me?
Happy Valentine's Day. It's the 14th. It's a Valentine's Day. Isn't it a beautiful thing?
Is that all you're going to say? Happy Valentine's Day to me?
What else do you want to say?
What about a declaration of undying love to me? What about a declaration about how you love me?
I'm not that sort of guy. I'm not going to be doing
Come
that.
on, get in touch with your feminine side. Let me ask a question.
Why do you have to be feminine? That's a sex
Let me ask a question. Do you love me?
Of course, I love you in a sort of masculine way.
Yeah, well, just say it.
Yeah.
Say it. Say, look into the camera and say, Philip, on this Valentine's Day 2017, I love you.
Tell what I'm going to say.
You can't say it, can you?
Valentine's Day, we're here. It looks like Austrian people from Austria background. But just don't do that sort of thing, Philip.
I know, they're very cold, the Austrians.
They are very nice, though. We do everything nice and schön, but we don't say I love you.
You just can't say, you can't do it publicly.
No.
Are you going to do it privately, off camera?
You'll just have to wait and find out. Let's just talk about what's happening.
Valentine's Day.
Hey,
Valentine's Day.
What are you going to be doing for your... what are you going to be doing for your darling? You haven't done anything for me today. What are you going to be doing for ask me to tell me how much I love you?
Okay, so do you want to know my view on it? Look, at the risk of sounding like
Scrooge,
Mr.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Now, I don't like these days.
The Grinch.
I think these days of Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day.
You're happy to comment I love you for me, but now you're miserable. Grinch.
They are. No, it's not about being miserable. I have a great belief in that you should count your blessings on a daily basis, and that you should reach out to those that you love on a day. No, seriously, I do believe this. Count your blessings. We're blessed to live in the best country of the world,
the best city of the best country,
and
of the best time.
Whether it's your partner, whether it's your mother or your father, I think most of us are blessed, and we should take a daily opportunity to tell them that you love them, or reach out and say thank you. So I'm not going to do anything for the loves of my life on Valentine's Day, because I think it's just a commercial construct.
Because you just do it every day, because you're just such a warm, effervescent, caring.
Well, I do on a regular basis buy gifts to those that I love.
Yep. Where's the gift for me?
Well,
where's my gift?
Your birthday,
yes,
remember?
I do remember. He gave me $20 and told me I could buy whatever I wanted on my birthday. That's what he gave me. So last week he's come across, of course, his genuine, it's not too late to give Gary a birthday.
We gave it to you on the day.
He pulled it, right? Pulled it nice and tight, like it made that little snap sound. Here you are.
Hang on a second. We gave you a book, right, and a card, and inside the car was $20. So it's like you got a book and cash.
I thought maybe it was stuck because I kept shaking the card before I looked. But anyway, I'll take the $20. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
$20.
It's the thought that counts. A lobster.
Anyway, if you are celebrating Valentine's Day, good on you. Happy Valentine's Day. May your love for whoever you're professing it be genuine, warm, and effervescent.
And all of those businesses that flourish from the commercial activity, the florists and the hotels and whatever
chocolate suppliers,
lingerie stores, or whatever it might be. Congratulations. Good luck to you. Get into the spirit of it, Phil. That's what's happening. But let's talk about the spirit of real estate, Phil, because the first weekend's come and gone, and it was a windfall, wasn't it?
80%, Gary. 80% of Gary Peer & Associates. That was a 4 out of 5. If we pulled off the 5th, we would have jumped from 80 to 100%. Industry average sitting there nicely at 75%,
nice
Gary.
Start, Phil.
So congratulations to the industry, and obviously still a seller's market, Gary. When we're tipping the scales at 75% plus, we do know that things are humming along nicely.
Well, lots of bidders, lots of buyers, Phil. I met you on Saturday morning in Little Union Street in East Brighton, and that was good, popular property. We had, I think, 3 bidders there going for it, Philip, and it sold for $1,630,000, just over the range. And we're going to talk a bit about price ranges today. It's going to be a bit of a theme
I think we have to, Gary, because it's in the newspapers constantly, isn't it?
Not yet. Well, it is, and not in the most positive light, but I think we're going to shed a positive light, so stay tuned through the rest of the show. 423 Tuber Road. Well, how about that?
What a humdinger. We haven't used humdinger this year, but humdinger viewers, for those of you that haven't been watching the show, humdinger, rip snorter, that is an expression for real estate going off big time.
And it is actually patented to us, isn't it? It was a copyright on humdinger, rip snorter, and hammer and tong.
You did the auction on that, Gary, and I don't mind saying I arrived there to a huge crowd. There would have been, I don't know,
there was one
100 odd people in the crowd.
I wasn't so happy to see you there in your beautiful shiny Range Rover. wasn't there, Phil? We had talked about that.
Okay, let's have a bit of a shout out to the local enforcement officers at the City of Glen Ira that enforce the parking restrictions.
Against people like you.
I've got to tell you,
Range Rover drivers like you.
No. So first of all,
doing great for the image of the car.
I came to the defence of a parking officer at the back of our car park a couple of weeks ago, where he was booking a car, and a guy came out of a house and gave him a what for, an abusive what for. Yep. So I went to this guy's aid because the guy at the end of the day is doing his job, right? If you park illegally, you can expect a ticket, and if you do get a ticket, just cop it.
So you got a ticket on Saturday, is that what you're saying to us?
So here's my negative shout out to this guy, is I'm so far away from anywhere where you really do need parking restrictions. I mean, it's nowhere near shops.
Yeah, what did the sign say there, Phil?
Well, clearly I was in the wrong, and if he booked...
No, hang on. What did the sign say where your shiny leased Range Rover pulled up?
It says no standing.
Okay,
right?
Let's get
so I agree, I was in the wrong, but I figure surely that guy's got a better area to police than an area way away in a residential neighbourhood. Anyway, I'm not bagging him. I didn't abuse him. I did move on, but
getting off the story like that, mate. He's parked and he's. I'll give you the actual version of events now. He's parked his shiny black Range Rover.
Pretentious car that it is.
We won't say the other word, but it rhymes with banker. He's put the car there, right, in the no parking sign, no space,
standing,
right in front of no standing. And a guy's come and said, mate, you better move your car. Phil goes, I'll just go and shift it. Motions towards the car. The guy drives off, and then Phil just goes away again. Then he turns around.
Does a Yui this bloke?
He says, mate, you better shift your car, I'm going to book you. And so we'll go, I'm just going to do it now. He goes back to the car, watches the guy again, and this guy, I tell you what, he's on to me. He should be an estate agent. He's on to you because he's so persistent, right? Anyway, he's on to you. So back he goes, and the other end of the street U-turns, and then Phil knows he's serious. Finally,
but viewers,
and he didn't book him, but he's happy, by the way, to defend. Defend the parking officer who booked somebody else.
I was unfailingly polite to this fellow. I did not resort to abuse. He was aggressive, but that's his... Look, is it his right? I don't know. But anyway, he didn't book me, so thank you. But I personally think he was a bit out of sorts.
Phil, what wasn't out of sorts? Well, what was out of sorts was the number of buyers at that auction, because I think there was 8 bidders.
Yep.
We were quoting 750 to 825. Now we don't get the reserve till the day, but we do ask our vendors to let us quote a figure that they'll consider selling at. The vendors then gave us a reserve of 850, which was a bit higher than we thought. And Leon thought, hey, this is a bit higher than we thought, and it is. Anyway, lo and behold, I've started the auction. It's gone slowly along, got to 750, 800. Finally gets to 850, and it's on the market. I think they would have sold it for less, actually. But anyway,
speculation now.
850, it's on the market. Sold for, wait for it, Philip, $1,020,000. Can you believe it? $200,000 more than the top of the range, and more than any other sale had suggested it may get, Phil.
And viewers, stay with us on this, because we're going to talk more about underquoting and quoting prices. Well, the reality, no, that's not underquoting, but the reality is this is a new benchmark price. Benchmark price. And we've been saying for years on this show that buy a 1960s, 1970s villa unit, one of 6, one of 8, because they're great value, give you land component. Younger people have discovered that this is their way to buy a house as opposed to an apartment, because you get a little bit of land with them. They're actually quite large. This is about 95 square metres, Gary. Well, you wouldn't really know anything about size.
I just wouldn't say that if I didn't know. I'm just not that.
Well, we've sold it, Gary. We're not representing it anymore. But
you are representing it.
But
size. You don't know it's that size.
That is a new price and a standout sale. Well done to you, Gary.
Thank you, Philip.
Would have liked to have done that auction myself.
Yeah, well, I would have liked to have seen you there if you weren't too busy playing cat and mouse with the party guy. But anyway, we've gone on to May Street, Philip. Sold one at 6 May Street. Jeremy Rosens has had his auction.
Yes.
So we all had a little turn. And
shout out to Anthony Muravanchik, who's been handling that block.
Yeah, well done to him. But a bit of a backstory, Phil, because not only did we sell unit 1 at 6 May Street, but then we went and sold the last remaining one in the block.
On the Saturday night.
Being held back a little bit. Yeah,
so we're done with that block now, aren't we?
All done.
Finished, all sold, well done.
Grand sale, everything much. Hey, talk about grand sale, everything much. Franco Cozzo is selling his store. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
He is.
Dividendale?
Yeah, Franco Cozzo.
What does Dividendale mean?
Prende Franco Cozzo Dividendale. Anyway, sold, Phil. So it was selling. So if you want to buy a big
famous store,
buy from Franco Cozzo. Philip, 318 Bamber Road, that was your Sunday auction. Now, that was another
That was off the charts,
that
Gary.
was off the charts. We quoted 1.3 to 1.4. The reserve was 1.4. We can't be much more compliant.
So I have to tell you that whilst the quote range was 1.3, 1.4, when I got there and had a good look at the property, I thought that quote range and the reserve was very aggressive. I thought it was bullish. Well, no, but that was my opinion at the start. I thought, wow, I thought it should have been 1.2, 1.3. Anyway, 1.3. Happy to be wrong when we get it right. 1.3, 1.4, reserve was 1.4, and two buyers fought it out. But
this is what's happening with land. So for 1.635, Philip, incredibly
$235,000 over the reserve that was too high.
Incredibly beyond expectation of reserve. So there you go. Great result. Well, congratulations to the buyer.
Were you going to make a comment about land, Gary, or were you just going to say the thing about land and then give up the story?
No, well, the thing about land is that that's just the hottest thing, isn't it? Everybody wants land. As you always say, they're not making any more of it. But land is the hottest thing.
I do say that they're not making any more of it because, of course, they're not making any more of it, except if you go to Hong Kong, where they continue to build out into the bay, and Singapore. So there is a little bit of new land being created if you want to buy in Dubai, Hong Kong, or Singapore. In Australia, they're not making any more of it.
On the back straight, are they, Phil?
I think the point is that viewers, land is the fundamental store of value. When we talk about a valuation, we're always going back to something's land component, and there is no question that land will continue to rise as the decades roll past, because suburbs like the ones that we operate in are just brilliantly supplied for facilities.
It's a very long message for a short, very long wordy discussion for a short message.
I'm trying to educate our viewers, Gary.
Yeah, just, land's good, buy it. How about that? 85 Norwood Road, Phil didn't sell, but that one's got a reserve of 1.395. Now that's a buy. That's a screamingly
a days away
buy.
from a sale.
Yeah, so if this gets to air, it hasn't sold, I'll be surprised. Ring us up and see, because 1.395 for a freestanding house in Caulfield North.
In excess of 600 square metres, Gary.
Wow, that's value. Before we get on to the auctions this weekend and wrap this home, I just want to talk about quoting prices, because I think it's important, Phil, that viewers understand, buyers particularly, that they're going to see a lot more properties sell in the quoting range as we get towards the new laws.
1st of July 2017.
So let's talk about that just for a moment, Philip, because the new laws are going to require all agents to put a range, a 10% range.
Yep.
If I am selling for somebody, or you are selling, or whoever's selling for someone, we have to say to the vendor, look, we think it's worth this 10% range. Then we say to the buyers, we think it's worth this 10% range, or if the vendor wants more, we have to make it higher.
Yes,
so
yes.
And we have to provide comparable sales to both the vendor and the buyer, and the median to the buyer. So you're going to find that if those cynics out there that think agents may quote too low, and there are many cynics out there, and maybe they're right. But what I can say to you is that there will be a lot more transparency. So buyers, if you see a price range, and some of you say, oh, it's always going to sell for more, it may not be so very shortly. So just
I think, though, that all of this is good, but the one message I would have for buyers is do your research.
We have to,
do your research, and you will understand something's value. And then we always call about the 20. We often talk about the 20% factor, which is the emotional factor.
And it's always going to be there. No one can control that factor.
Correct. And you take the sale, for example, in
Shuba Road.
Shuba Road, Bamber Road.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about Bamber Road.
Okay.
They paid effectively $235,000 more than the reserve, which is, call it 15%, right? If they hold that property for the next 10, 15 years, it will probably double in value. The reality is they've achieved something by getting into the market. Exactly. They've bought something that was good. And don't ever be scared to pay 10, 15% more than what you think something's fundamental value is.
And they don't have to talk to real estate agents anymore, Philip. And that's
it's got to be worth 20%.
Phil, 17 auctions in 9 suburbs this weekend. Shall we review them and then talk about this one?
Stuck into it, Gary.
Quickly. Phil, we start off Saturday with 6 different auctions, all in different suburbs, and it's a very quiet day for you and me. There's only one auction between us. You're doing that in the afternoon, so I'm just going to be hovering around on auction support. But Phil, 10:30 a.m. we're starting off in McKinnon Road. McKinnon. Leo Samuel brings this to the market together with her delightful lady Mandy Gower. We've got David Gann and Aviv Samuel will take us through.
Gary, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking. They're beautifully livable home and only metres from the fabulous McKinnon Secondary College. That should go well, Gary. A really good home.
Great apartment in Alma Road. Jeremy Rosen's auctions here. Take us through this one. 203 Elm Road.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, brilliantly renovated throughout, Gary. Extra large apartment and a great location, walking distance to the Alma Village.
Cambridge Street's a fantastic address. Leo Samuel, a very busy auctioneer, doing 3 of them Saturday. He's going to be auctioning this one around the corner from our office, Phil.
Gary, what a great spot, nestled really on the border of Armidale, East Paran, East St Kilda, and obviously an address of Caulfield North, 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, good car parking and immaculate home.
We have a break at 12:30, Phil, and then there's triple auction action at 1:30. Starting off in Adams Street in Murrumbeena. This is a masterpiece, Philip. It's been reviewed in The Age on the weekend. It's been reviewed in the Herald Sun and also one of the local newspapers.
Gary, this sets the new benchmark, we think, in residential inner suburban development. 4 magnificent bedrooms, 2.5 glamorous bathrooms, double lock-up garage, everything that opens and shuts. A truly stunning property.
Murrumbeena magic. And Phil, some people may want to know, do we sell in Mentone? My word, we sell in Mentone, Phil, in Daniel Court. Bears the name of my son, Daniel's son.
He does.
Daniel Court, but take us through this great property.
Gary, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, double lock-up garage, immaculate family home on a good parcel of land. What a great opportunity that is.
Jeremy Rosen's handles. You should have a sleep in on Saturday, Phil. You'll need your energy for Sunday, but not without doing one auction on Saturday afternoon at 1:30 in Hodder Street. A modern masterpiece, Phil.
Gary, we love Hodder Street. We've always done well in Hodder Street. Hodder Street's a great location, walking distance to the best of Brighton East facilities. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up ground, brand new, glorious home.
A big Sunday, Philip, 11 auctions. We've got triple auction action at 10:30. We're starting off in Crimea Street. Leo, the man again, take us through this great-looking villa.
Gary, great location there, walking distance to Caulfield Park and the tram in Hawthorne Road. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 lock-up garage. That represents a rarity in the marketplace. Really hard to get a 1-bedroom villa.
I was in Nelson Street with Raffy Joffe selling a couple of properties late last year, Phil. Got one more to offer here in Nelson Street. Unit 105 at 2A. Looking forward to that.
Part of the Carlisle Street groove, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car space, security car space. That's a brand new property, and we love, obviously, Nelson Street because it's right in the centre of the best of St Kilda East.
Great block too, Philip. This is a really, it's like Philip R. You're not Philip R. Well, sometimes you're Philip R.
On Valentine's Day, if you want to call me Philip R.
Philip R. Philip, 13 Virginia Court. Now, this is a great address. What a fantastic, iconic looking property this is.
Gary, this is a beautiful home. I did the video tour there. I love it. 3 or 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, undercover car parking, designer, glamorous home, all with the 60s edge to it.
I'll be meeting you at 11:30, Philip, in Inkerman Road, a terrific property that you're going to be auctioning here. Take us through this one.
Fabulous location, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, right in the heart of Caulfield North, Gary. That's a great family home.
I won't be meeting you there, Phil, because I'm doing an auction at the same time in Wilk Street, around the corner from our office. Love this block, right near that amazing Wilk Street development.
Well, it's right next door, Gary, and now Wilk Street is a premier address now that the bowling club's no longer there and that fabulous development is next door. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and off-street undercover parking there, Gary. It's a ripper.
Been in the same hands for many years, that one, Philip. Looking forward to it. 12:30, we're in Bickham's Court. This is a terrific looking property, Phil. And again, another iconic, cool property.
Gary, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of car parking, and these houses just go so well because everybody wants that style of architecture. You can do so much, but Bickham's Court, one of St Kilda's best addresses.
7 Maxwell Grove, Leo sells this one. I'll have a little smile because I remember when I was 15 years old, my girlfriend lived in that house, Philip, and I used to climb in and out of the windows.
Is that right, Gary?
That's very, very true.
Well,
yes.
this has really got a checkered history, hasn't it? Then.
Yeah, I did. The father used to kick me out, actually.
I bet
he threw me out the front door and I came back around the back door.
I bet he did, Gary.
He did,
4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and plenty of car parking, swimming pool. Look, big land component there, Gary. So we're going to have people looking for the land versus those that really want a lovely house. Yes. 716 square metres of land, so really can't beat that.
And good security. They did jam the windows locked, so I couldn't get in after a while. But that's a great house, great street. Phil, we go to Westbury Street, Unit 7 at 106 at 12:30. Take us through this one. Jeremy Rose Fraser's Auctions.
Gary, we love these apartments. We sell so many of them. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Beautifully renovated throughout. Move straight into that one, Gary, or add it to the investment portfolio.
All the other auctioneers have finished by 12:30, but you are still going like the Energizer Bunny, Phil, 1:30, back in Virginia Court in Caulfield South. Terrific looking property, an affordable opportunity.
Gary, what a great address again. We're second time we'll be there on the day. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, car parking there in abundance, and that is just a home that is like a blank canvas. You can move into it, you can renovate it, you can explore the land component. It's just a great opportunity.
A bit of a deja vu weekend, Phil, because we've gone to a trip in Virginia. We're back in Virginia. We've been to Cambridge, and we're back in Cambridge again. Number 18, Cambridge. What a great looking property this is, Phil.
Gary, it is 3 or 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double car parking, 1 lock-up garage, and the space in front. That is a good property. We've sold that before, and it is a very, very nice home and a great address.
Sally Zellman brings the final listing to the market on Sunday at 3:30. When we bring down the curtain, Philip, in Laura Street, Caulfield South. Take us through.
Gary, a good family home, as many as 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, plenty of car parking. Once again, though, we've got a strong land component here, 624 square metres of prime land. So once again, there'll be competition there, Gary, between home buyers and land pursuers.
You can come along and to use an old song's title, Philip, you can tell Laura I love her, and that's very appropriate on Valentine's Day.
It is.
Phil, we finish off talking about Valentine's Day and love and family. Well, guess what? This home that we're in was my family's home, my sister's home for many, many years, here in 14 Ludbrook Avenue. And I've got to tell you, we've sold this house before. Love this house, had some many happy times here, but the owners of this home have taken it to a level that it never looked as good as than when my sister lived here.
Well, hopefully your sister's not listening to the show, Gary, to hear you bagging the way she did present this house.
Bagging it, but it just looks. No, you're getting me in trouble.
No, I'm not, Gary. In her defence, they did the original renovation there.
It did look
the floor plan hasn't changed, and I can compliment both your sister-in-law and your brother-in-law.
No, it's not my sister and brother-in-law.
Okay, your sister and your brother-in-law.
Now she can be upset with you.
I can compliment them because they got the floor plan right.
Yes.
Because fashions come and go, tiles come and go. The house looks amazing now, but it was always a great house. I reckon they did a great job. We're facing north. North is their swimming pool, all of the bedrooms, bathrooms.
And my brother-in-law, of course, in the nursery business, he put these amazing trees in here, which still look so incredible. Yeah. And it's such a beautiful
And
city.
Ludbrook Avenue is a great tree-lined street. It's just a wonderful location. We love this house. We love this street. We love Caulfield South, Gary. And as it is Valentine's Day, I do love you. Yeah. I'm happy to say that. And we love our clients, Gary.
Love yous all.
We love our clients because we've got the best clients on the planet. We really do. Every day I come to work, I give thanks for working in the area that I am because we're surrounded by such wonderful people.
Gratitude's an important thing. It's good that you harness it, Philip, and share it. But this house in Ludbrook, 5th of the 3rd at 10:30, come and have a look at it because it is a beautiful home. It always was a beautiful home. What I was trying to say is that they haven't let it get dated since my sister used to live here, Philip, and it looked beautiful then, and it still looks beautiful now. Anyway, that's a big wrap on GPTV. The market is strong, the listings are coming through, the interest rates are low. It's all positive.
The market's there, Gary. Let's, viewers, get out of your armchairs and do something in property this year because it's going to be a great real estate year.
We'll see you next week on GPTV. I'm Gary Pearce.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fabulous week.